Hello and welcome, I'm Liam the music reviewer, Pepsi Max, best fizzy drink ever, and today we're going to be talking about two new tracks that dropped today from Childish Gambino and Death Grips. I'm going to talk about Childish Gambino first, then Death Grips. I'll put timestamps, so these are going to be kind of like quick takes anyway, so there's no really much point worrying about time or anything like that. But first thing first is This Is America by Childish Gambino, real name Donald Glover, one of the most hard-working people in entertainment right now, when he's not making music, when he's not directing, when he's not acting, when he's not writing. Honestly, the man is multifaceted in what he does and is usually quite good at everything he does. He's not like he's not quite, I wouldn't even say like a jack of all trades, because he is really great in some areas. And this new track is the first bit of new material we've had since 2016's Awaken My Love, a pretty good record, heavily inspired, which I think some people probably take as a criticism, but I enjoyed it quite a fair bit. Definitely a good record from that year, and This Is America kind of follows in the footsteps quite a fair bit. Especially with the track Red Bone, not instrumentally, but in terms of the lyrics about kind of like race and whatnot. Instrumentally and production wise, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce his surname, but Ludwig, who also does production for a lot of Childish Gambino's music for as long as I can remember at this point, he is on duties here and does a really good job. The chorus and the choruses anyway are all quite like upbeat, quite positive, and then when it gets to the verses, there's like there's a really heavy bass throughout it. It gives it like a really kind of dreary, just really dark tone, which matches up perfectly with the lyrics. It's very much a case of like, it feels very trap inspired in terms of lyrics anyway. It doesn't feel like it's quite as, I don't say mundane, but in terms of like when you think of other trap music, it's quite repetitive in its lyrical, like whatever topics. On here it does, like I say, talk about race, talk about guns, like drugs, money. It's not really all that deep in terms of what it's trying to discuss, but it's a song that's obviously trying to like fit into this new mould that is pretty much the most popular type of hip hop right now. I can't really knock it. Like, it is a good song. I think the contrast and its tone, especially the music video is great. It's directed by the guy who does a lot of the Atlanta episodes. Let me just quickly get his name up here, and I'll probably butcher his name. His name is Hiro Murai, who again, he's done a lot of episodes of Atlanta. There's a lot of Atlanta musicians on here as well. There's 21 Savage, Young Thug, Offset. Young Thug does a good wee job here. He always is one of the better ones of this kind of like sub-genre of hip hop. In terms of just overall, I think the production is good. What Childish Gambino has to say here is good. Just the whole kind of like contrast and tones. You could also kind of like draw kind of like parallels to how the chorus is so upbeat. It's quite like a kind of like fictional, or like how black lives are portrayed on TV, where it's like, oh, we're just a big happy family, there's no problems at all, we might bring it up every episode or two. The verses are quite like Boys in the Hood, like, yeah, this is kind of like what happens for quite a lot of people. It's very telling, and I think that he done a very good job of it. I'm interested to see if we get LP4, if it's just going to be a single that he thinks is right to make at this kind of point in time, but I think he done a very good job of it. I like it quite a fair bit. I don't think I'm in love with it. I do think that I wish it was going for a bit more kind of lyrically, but like, I guess some people won't really be minding that too much when the production is as good as it is. So yeah, good track, recommend it. Now we get on to this new Death Grip song, and you know me, I'm excited for it. Talked about it, my most anticipated albums list, ranked their entire discography, and when I woke up to the news that there was a new Death Grip song, yeah, I was pretty hyped. It's called Streaky, and I think at first maybe I felt a bit underwhelmed, because maybe not so much that it plays it safe, but it is very like accessible. Sorry, I'll keep moving the camera about, but like, again, Ryan, how the fuck do you do this all the time? My arm just gets like fucking bored, just wants to like drop the phone all the time. But yeah, it's very much kind of like Bottomless Pit-esque. It feels like kind of like a B-side off there, at least on first listen anyway. I think there's some like obvious parallels to songs like Eh. I think Eh has stronger lyrics. At least maybe I'm missing out completely on some sort of like subtext going on here. But the more I was looking into it, the more I listened to it, like especially the vocals. I love kind of like the variety of vocals on here. We get the glorious return of the yeah, and we get some very like inanimate sensation sort of like vocals, like that kind of like those ones. And it just feels more dance friendly. Like everything that kind of gets weaved about here eventually ends up being one of the most kind of like pop friendly, as if maybe like Death Grips are gonna go for like a more pop friendly album. I'd definitely be interested in that. Don't know how it would end up. I guess My Store is their most kind of like, I don't want to say like mainstream because that kind of sounds like it's like I'm like getting really down on it, but like it's the most kind of like easy to get into, like for their first kind of like your first Death Grips record. Your boy Rick Delay also kind of pointed out a wee thing that I kind of just didn't really appreciate that much until he kind of brought up the whole kind of like intergalactic kind of like Beastie Boys influence. I think that's what he was going for anyway. Either that or it sounds intergalactic, but like the synthesizers that are like spliced into the beat, just it gives it this like really addictive groove, mixed in with all the other stuff that MC Ray's got going on. It just ends up being just a good fun time. It doesn't feel quite dark or dreary. It just feels weird. It feels like a Death Grips pop song. They've done things like this before and it usually ends up fairly well, and on here it's no different. Hoping that you're listening to has some more harsh songs, a bit more weird, but because this is going to be the first song off it, you usually can tell that everything else is going to be more of like a dark deep cut, especially when it comes to Death Grips. It's a good sign of things to come though. Very good sign of things to come. And yeah, these two new songs, I'm glad they were worth the wait, because I was hyped for new Death Grips and can't really roll my eyes at new Childish Gambino. But yeah, let me know what you guys are making of these new songs, whether you love them or hate them, and just let me know down in the comments below. And yeah, I'll speak to you guys very soon. Stay safe, stay hydrated, and I'll see you later.